What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm out hitting some garage sales and rummage sales today, looking for things that I can flip on eBay, make some money. At this garage sale, there's lots of holiday items, stuff in boxes, lots to look at. Checking out some of the board games here. I'm not seeing a whole lot that I want to buy. Same with the Christmas stuff. We got some Hallmark ornaments. Some of those are really good. Most of them are not really worth the time. If you can get them in big lots, I've sold them before, made some pretty good money on them. VHS, the same. Some of them are worth a lot. Some of them, well, most of them aren't worth really anything. I didn't look at them that closely, to be honest, so there could have been something in there. There's just a lot to see, and there was rummage sales to get to, so trying to get through all this. I do pick up some vintage Carolites, the bells here, I think for like $3. Here's a nativity scene I'm checking out. I don't think it was worth much. What else we have here? Christmas tree, a newer looking one. Not the aluminum Christmas trees, unfortunately, that are worth thousands in some cases.
Joyce? Yeah? You want this?
Precious moment stuff I see there. Again, most of that is not worth picking up. And over here I see a box, and this is why I like to open boxes at garage sales. No idea this would be in here. This is a Fisher-Price nativity set, which I've sold multiple times throughout the years. $4, so going to pick that up. Should make some pretty good profit on it. Got to this rummage sale. Unfortunately, I did not know about this rummage sale until 30 minutes after it started. Somebody told me and I rushed over. Did not expect to find anything, but I did very well regardless. I guess since they didn't advertise it very well, there was a lot of people that didn't show up to it. So still worked out in the end. Clothing here, I'm just checking to see if there's any vintage stuff. I do pick up some decent clothing. Not the first pass. I just kind of breezed through this because I'm like, well, all the clothing resellers have been here, right, and gone at this point. So pretty down and negative on the sale when I first go in. Shouldn't be like that because sometimes going to sales late, I found some of the best stuff you can find. You just never know. Books, DVDs. Didn't see any video games here. Some sort of inflatable, looks like Nutcracker or Gingerbread Man there. Didn't even notice that when I was there. I don't remember seeing it anyway. Also see this bear sculpture, and I touch it, and there's a woman over there like, you need to buy that right now.
Oh, is it?
She was joking, but I'm like, yeah, I don't need that. So moving on, checking the tables. Lots of the small miscellaneous stuff, and everything's cheap at these sales. Everything's $1. It's a dollar sale. So over here at the shoes, I find some, well, they're Cuddlers, which is a brand I don't buy, but since they're $1 and since they're new, I decided to pick up the box here. And I remember this sale. I found some really good shoes here one year. It's probably been like 3 or 4 years at this point. A bunch of like Jordans and stuff here. It was crazy, but here's a pair of nice shoes. These are San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. They look very clean. They have the box, so definitely going to pay $1 for those. Checking out some of the other ones, just kind of no-name brand stuff. So we'll grab those, should make some good profit. And if you do enjoy these thrifting videos and garage sale videos, make sure to hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching. Over here, I start seeing some nice items that's got me excited. Cross-stitch stuff. Brand new sealed the stockings. Mostly because I've sold some of the stockings for over $100 before, so I'm grabbing all of these at $1 a piece sealed. Turns out they're worth quite a bit, but this one over here I almost missed. Turns out to be worth around $100 alone. So really happy to have not missed that and to find these, especially, getting here 30 minutes late. One thing I like about rummage sales is it's just a bunch of different people donating stuff to whatever cause, so you get a wide array of different types of items, and you just really never know what you're going to find. So over here is kind of a miss. I got this strawberry clock, and I'm like, this could be good, actually. And I pick it up and look at it, and a woman there offers to take my stuff and put it by the table so, my hands aren't full. I didn't bring my bag in because I wasn't planning on really going to this sale. Forgot about it. I got home and I remembered it, and I looked it up, and it's like a $30 or $40 clock, so that I should have picked up. Here's something. This is Precious Moments. I just got done mentioning at that garage sale that most are not worth picking up. These are a nativity set. This is the larger one. These are worth like $50, $60. So great pickup there. There was another like nativity item there. I could not figure out what it was exactly. I tried Google Lensing it. Woman just took those for me. Really good helpers at this sale, taking your stuff, getting your hands free so you can look. Usually I have my IKEA bag. It's just I didn't today. But here's another one. I tried to figure out what it was. I just couldn't. If anyone can see it through the bag there and think it's something good, you can let me know. At $1, I probably should have just bought it, right? But that's what the problem with these sales. I see things for $1 and I just buy them, and they're not huge profit items. And then you're kind of stuck with them, and you don't want to throw them away. You don't want to donate them. It's like, I can list this and make a little bit of money. Here's a good example. This is a Case Logic CD case. And some of the Case Logic stuff can be pretty good money, especially the binders. At $1, I was like, I don't know about this one. I'll just go ahead and grab it. It's $1. And it's one of those things you can sell for like $20 plus shipping. So you are making a little bit of money, good profit for it. It's just not like huge money, right? And here's some sort of, I don't know, it looked kind of nice. I don't think it was anything. Didn't see a name on the bottom. Ended up buying this. Another example, this Rainbow High case there. I pick up this, though. This is pretty good. Model spray kit for like spraying and painting models. Looked like it was new in there. However, I did end up buying that case because there's some profit in it. Though I did end up selling that at a garage sale recently. I put a bunch of old Barbie dolls that weren't worth much in it and sold them all for like $5. So did not end up selling that on eBay, but I think there was probably $10 profit there if I did sell it on eBay. Here is a church basement sale I got into, and this one was pretty good as well. I already got a bunch of stuff up at the register to pay. It's not really a register, but here's some stockings. I see this Green Bay Packers one. What is it, 25 cents, 50 cents? It's new with tags. At that price, I buy it. It's a good deal. I don't know if it's going to be worth selling on eBay when I buy something like that, but I figure there's some money. And there is money for paying a quarter. You can definitely make profit, and that's easy to list. Got some fake books here. Other fake stuff. An okay looking clock here, kind of the regulator clock, but it's not old. At least I'm pretty sure it's not old. Here I am adding to my pile. Got some more stuff. Of course, I'm going to go over everything in the haul part of the video. So that's coming up here shortly. Here's some video games I spot. I'm like, hey, some of these aren't too bad to pick up. I believe they were like 50 cents, but as always with games for me, my bad luck, they're missing disc, NBA Street, which I think is pretty valuable. Just missing the disc. But let's jump into the haul. Check it out. Got some awesome stuff to go over. We'll start with the clothing and the hats over here. Got this Big Ben vintage barn jacket, chore jacket, whatever you want to call it. Got the felt lining. Came from a rummage sale for only $1. Should be able to sell this between $40 and $60. It's a great pickup for only paying $1. Got a couple hats. I'm not even sure what they were priced. I think $1, maybe 50 cents. One of the rummage sales I went to, everything was $1. So that's easy. I'm not sure exactly what the prices were at this one, but got this vintage hunting hat. I don't know what it's worth, actually. I like to pick up things like that, unique. Couldn't find it on eBay. I'll probably throw it on there for $20 free shipping and see if anyone wants to buy it. Also got this Coca-Cola Monsters of the Gridiron hat. It's a starter hat, so I was hoping it would be worth something. I figured not, since it was Coca-Cola. Usually that kind of stuff doesn't have any value. There is a version I saw when I was looking this up that has larger print and print on the bill that was selling it pretty well, but you know, this one is $15 hat at most, right? I stopped in a Goodwill and I found some Rock Revival, I guess cutoff. And I still bought them because I saw some cutoff jeans like this selling for around $25, $30. So I keep finding Rock Republic, and it's not Rock Revival stuff. So finally found some actual Rock Revival, and of course they're cut off. But still, I think these will sell for $25, so I figured I'd give them a shot. It'd probably be about $70 pre-owned if they were actually not cut off. Then down there, I just got those Vans slides at the rummage sale. I think they were 50 cents or $1 because I kind of liked them. I don't think they're worth selling. I didn't even look them up, but figured I'd wear them around the house or something. Also got this Columbia vintage fishing vest at the rummage sale. Paid $1 for this, and I think I'd sell that between like $30 and $50. It was looking like it's in really good condition, so happy to pick that up for $1. At Goodwill, I picked up this Grim Reaper shirt. Now, some of these Grim Reaper shirts can go for hundreds of dollars. Actually, I didn't look this one over very well to see if there's any name. Looks like FP there, but I forget exactly what the tag is. Something Illusions. Some of those can go for hundreds. I think 3D Emblem even makes some with the Grim Reaper design like this. Anyway, I picked it up. Didn't see this exact one. The image is in good condition. It's kind of all over print, at least on the front. Nothing on the back. So I figured it'd be worth at least $20, maybe $30. I'll give it a shot though. At the rummage sale, I just picked up some t-shirts because I don't know if they were 50 cents or $1. I know I certainly didn't pay much for them. It's just some Van shirts. There's a Harley shirt in there. It's not worth much. Some of the Van shirts are kind of cool and they're my size, so I figured again maybe I'll wear them at that price. I'll pick them up. Then we got some vintage like blanket stuff. This is a St. Moritz blanket. I did a quick look up before I bought it. I mean, it was only $1, but I started seeing some St. Moritz blankets selling for like $150. I didn't see this exact one, so I'm just like, I'll just buy it, right? It's still new in the package. I did see a couple brown ones like this, same kind of packaging, sell for around $30. So probably price this one like $25 plus shipping or something like that. See if it'll sell. Then I decided to try this vintage. It's either 70s or 60s. Kind of got a flower print on it. Again, it was $1, so I figured I would try to put it on there for $20 to $30. I'm not very good with this stuff if it doesn't have a tag, but since stuff was so cheap there, I just decided to try selling a couple things I usually don't try to sell. I'll just add up everything. I just went over here. The clothing and the blankets for the estimated profit should be pretty good. Back up here on the table, I picked up this vintage Case Logic case, and some of the Case Logic stuff for CDs actually very good. So I paid $1 for it. It has a $2.99 tag on it, but I didn't pay $2.99. Paid $1. I saw one sell for I think it was $20, $25 plus shipping. So very good condition. It's worth the time it takes to list it. Probably to make about $15. And this is a nice pickup. This is a Precious Moments nativity scene, and usually the Precious Moment stuff is not worth picking up. You see it everywhere. And I think I mentioned it in a video a couple years ago where I said the nativity stuff actually holds some value, and there's some really high dollar nativity things. This one right here, since I paid $1 for it, it's worth like $50, $60. I think I even saw one sell for. I'm going to price it $59.99 plus shipping. Christmas is around the corner. Should be a great flip for only paying $1. Got some shoes for $1 as well. New shoes here, these Kobe Cuddlers. I don't usually buy these unless they're new like this. They still got the tags on them. New with the tags, I think I'd sell them for at least $30. And then we got another pair of San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. Been finding a ton of these this year. These are very lightly worn. There's just a little bit of dirt on them. In this condition, I'll be just selling them for $30, $40, I think. These are the free times, which the beige free times, they don't sell for as much as the black ones, but still, I've said it many times, like these are $114 new, so people will pay $30, $40 for them on eBay. However, San Antonio Shoe Company shoes are getting quite saturated on eBay, so I'm only picking them up when I get them at a good deal, like $1 or whatever. Video fairly recently, I picked up 10 almost new pairs at a rummage sale, so I get them that cheap. They still sell. They're just not selling as fast as they have in the past. I also got these Nike shoes. They're in pretty good condition. Got a little bit of dirt on them. Nothing special, but At $1, I should be just selling them for like 25 bucks plus shipping. It's not bad on the shoes today. Here's something that's very disappointing. This is a Carrier Infinity System Control, $1. Well, the box is, right? This is about $400. I open it up and of course it's not actually in there. However, there's another one in here, and this one's worth like $50 or $60, just this one right here. So it's still worth picking up for $1, but boy, I would have loved to find the Infinity System. Should have used, I should be able to sell that for $350, right? If it was in there, but still should make some great profit on the one that's in there. What'd they charge me for this? I don't even remember. It seems like $1. Sony micro cassette recorder. Something else that keeps going down in value as the years go by. When I first started reselling, I was selling these on Amazon for around $100. I was finding them fairly often. It's been a while since I found a Sony one like this. Still on eBay, you know, you're getting like $25, $30 for it if working. For $1, I got this airbrush system. I'm pretty sure it's new. I popped the box open, pulled out some of it. Looks new. Even used, it still sells for around $20, $25, but I saw some selling like $30, $40, I think. New open box, so certainly worth my time. Back up here, I got this Rainbow High case. I did a quick look up on this. You know, these things aren't phenomenal, but again, it was $1, and I saw some comps where these empty closets were selling for like $20, $25. So I still think there's some profit in it for me. I've said this before, but when you go to rummage sales and church sales where things are $1, you tend to buy a lot of things you normally just wouldn't buy, even if they're not great sellers. There's a couple of video game items. I got the Herbs Xbox game. I've sold this before on, I believe, GameCube, and it was worth a little bit more. Paid $1 for it. Should be able to sell that for at least $15. I got this nice Xbox One controller for $1. Very clean. This one I'll probably price like $28, free shipping, something like that. So some profit there in the video game stuff. Now here is some lotion. My friend Melanie over at Crow's Thrifty Finds YouTube channel, I always see that she's selling Bath and Body Works lotion. She's gotten, I think, like $40 to $50 for some of these. So I saw these at the rummage sale. They're actually free. So I decided to pick up a couple. I was able to find this one and it looked like it was selling for maybe $15. However, this one, I could not find the exact one. I was doing some research and it looks like this bottle design, or I guess not bottle, but the whatever you would call it, the packaging design here is from the 90s. And some of the 90s stuff sells really well. This is Pearberry. I couldn't find actual Pearberry, but I did see some others like this that sold for like $30, $40. So I really don't know what the price is at. For free, I'll give it a shot. 25 cents. Picked up this Green Bay Packers bean stocking or whatever they call them. Christmas around the corner. I think I can sell it with new with tags for like 15 bucks. So these are a great find. I've talked about so many times on the channel. Bucelia. I don't even know how to pronounce that properly. I guess Bucelia. I'm pretty sure I looked it up one time so I wouldn't make the mistake of mispronouncing it, then I just forget. Anyway, paid $1 each for these. I got 3 of this one right here, which was selling for about $30 on eBay. Then we got this one right here, which over the past 3 years, there's one that sold for $100 and a few that sold for $75. Only one listed that was on there for $100, so I'm probably going to price mine the same. And then we have this one, which was different, and it was selling for around $30 as well. So going to be some really good profit in these for only paying $1. Just shipped one of these out earlier this past week. This is a Little People nativity set. I paid $4 for it at a garage sale I stopped at. I think I should be able to sell it for $35 again, right? It looks like it's probably complete or enough pieces. If it is complete, I'll probably raise the price to like $40 for a while, since Christmas is around the corner. 40 plus shipping. I also got these Bells of Noel Carolites. I got one of these earlier this year, and I was talking about how I was disappointed in the price because I sold 2 or 3 years ago. I sold one of these for like $140, but now they're not selling for as much. I still think I can sell this around Christmas for $30 or $40, definitely, but I paid $3 for it, so I'll make profit. Then below it for $3, I got this combo unit. This is a good model. I'll probably sell it for $80 plus shipping. I believe they sell for around 100 to 120 free shipping in good working condition with the remote. And of course, if it doesn't work, I can get my money back and make some profit selling it for parts. There it is, everybody. That is my haul for today. Some great items at some great prices. I don't think I paid more than $40 for all this stuff. And that first item we talked about, the big bin jacket, that'll probably pay for everything here. But if you do enjoy these types of videos, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. I really appreciate it. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Until next time.